Welcome back to SCUR. Today we're going to be having our first ever and hopefully only ever minor update for SCUR. And the reason why I feel we need to release this one is because I have actually fixed something from a previous version of SCUR, which I was never really happy with. If you've obviously looked at the thumbnail and with the title, you already know you're too loud. It's to do with the books, to do with the Enchanted book and the book on the Lectern. Now, what I did a while ago was I figured out how to make this really neat-looking animated book for the enchanting table. You can see here the idea is that the enchanted glyphs are coming from the bookshelves and they're flying into the book and they're being written onto the pages and then sort of being infused into the book. And you can see them appear as black writing, just like that. And then when the line has been finished, they'll fade out to like this blue, which is obviously to represent the blue lapis that you'd find inside the enchanting table. Now, this worked just fine. I managed to get this book working absolutely fine, but then the problem was the Lectern uses the same book model. So whenever you had a book on a Lectern, it would have the same animation with the glyphs appearing on it and fading out. And as much as I love it with the enchanting table, I wasn't ever truly happy with this feature just because of the fact that it also worked on the Lectern. However, I've recently been in touch with Ewan, who is the guy who creates and maintains the PewDiePack and the Packsepticeye or whatever else, and has all his little add-on packs. He recently did like an 8x8 one, and he's got the misaligned blocks and loads of other things. I think he's got like the pack community, something like that, like a community-based texture pack. It's pretty cool stuff. He's got a range of stuff anyway. I was chatting to him recently. He's currently trying to figure out how to make a plugin for Blockbench, which will allow us to create templates for every entity in Minecraft. Now, when I first did this, I knew that this would be possible if I could get the chem working, because I could simply redirect the image to a different part of the texture. Yeah, I've done it now, because he just gave me the file. I was messaging him, and he was explaining to me where he was up to in the list. He said he's going through them alphabetically and making the model templates manually. Oh, God, this poor dude. But he's going through every single entity in Java Edition and prepping a correct template. For those of you that don't know, us Optifine creators, if we ever want to do any sort of modeling with an entity or a mob or a chest or this book, for example, we actually have to use a program called Blockbench, which the best option that we really have is to use this thing called the Bedrock Entity Generator, which is a plugin that generates a sort of template of each of the Bedrock entities. Now, as usual, Minecraft is incredibly inconsistent and is just really unhelpful. So, of course, the way that the entities are generated in Bedrock Edition is completely different to the ones in Java Edition, and the Java Edition ones are not only different, but also just illogical. So I'll try and flash up some images on the screen right now, but as you can probably see there, that is the chem model for the Ender Dragon, as it should be in the file browser. It looks so different to how you'd expect, I know. That is the parrot, that one I'm showing now. I'm not looking at anything right now, but you will be in a second. But yeah, the one that you're looking at right now is the parrot model. That was the one I used to make the owls in SMC v2.1. Other than those two, I can't really show you any other examples right now. But yeah, the models basically, when you're in Blockbench, look completely different to how they would do in game, of course, because Minecraft is trying to be, efficient on resources. For example, with the dragon one, there's only one of each, one of the front leg, one of the back leg, one of the wings, and I believe the tail is just, I don't even know what's going on there. Basically, it's all very different. And that is to save on resources, of course. There's no reason to have the entire entity, rendered inside the system when you can just make the different parts all line up together when it's rendered in-game. So, yeah, I do get why they do it this way, but it doesn't, it's still annoying. It's still really annoying. But yeah, he is currently developing a Java Edition entity generator, I guess you're going to call it, if it's going after the namesake of the Bedrock version anyway. And yeah, that's going to give us the ability to have all the models be generated more easily. So that's amazing. That's fantastic. I'm really excited. And obviously, when that becomes more available, when that plugin is finished, it'll mean that we can generate the base vanilla models for every entity in the game, and at that point it will be super easy to make new Minecraft models. So yeah, obviously I haven't really touched on chem much in the past. The owl in SMC v2.1 was my first attempt. I would say this is my second real chem thing. It's not really that big of a deal because it's just redirecting the texture for this and not this, because this isn't compatible with chem and this is. Yeah, it's pretty simple, really, but it works. So there you go. Okay, so if you want to go download SCUR v3.7.1, that will now be available on my website as always. I don't really want to make a thing of releasing these sub updates, but I did say that v3.7 would be the last version of SCUR, and I've literally only added like 2 things. So yeah, I mean, in reality, this was already in SCUR. It just this was wrong. So really, all this update for SCUR has done is just fix the Lectern book. That's it. Yeah, that's everything that's been done. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Ewan Howell and what he's doing for the community right now. Please do go check him out. He's obviously way bigger than me. I'm not sure why I'm shouting him out. That doesn't seem like it makes much sense. But yeah, he does some cool shits, and he's making a cool plugin that will benefit us all, hopefully. So yeah. So yes, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of SCUR, and hopefully there'll be more stuff soon. I don't know. Goodbye.